If you're like most people, when you read Numbers chapter 20 through chapter 24, the thing that really sticks out the most and grabs your attention is the story about the talking donkey. And why wouldn't it? I mean, it's a talking donkey. You don't see that all the time. And that's what really grabs your attention. And that's kind of the point of the story. In that story, and we can't go into all of it right now, but basically God had told Balaam what he wanted to do. And Balaam kept going back to God just to check again to see if the answer had changed, just looking for a different answer. And finally, the only way God could get his attention and actually keep him safe was to make his donkey talk. Isn't that like us? We all want these big, supernatural, flashy answers from God, when most of the time he's already told us pretty plainly and clearly what he wants. We just don't like the answer he gave us, especially if the answer is no. We don't like to take no for an answer, so we go searching in the Word and praying harder and digging deeper. Hopefully we can come up with something that's different than the first answer we've got. I know when I was raising my children, my wife and I tried as consistently as possible to make our first answer our only answer. In other words, we're only going to tell you one time, and after that there'll be punishment. And it sounds harsh, but the reason we did that is because I didn't want them running out into the street in front of a car and me have to debate why I told them to stop. I wanted to tell them once and then it happened. Well, it's kind of the same way with God. God wants us to get to the place where his first and simple answer is even more important to us than the talking donkey answers. So what is it from God that you're hoping to hear differently that he's already told you? What is it that you're hoping to get some kind of change and miraculous answer, and yet in your heart you already know what God's answer is? I'm praying that this week you can stick with the simple answer God's given you and know the joy of that kind of obedience. See you next week.